How's it going, guys? It's Mike from Alloy Marine Products here. I'll get this off my ugly mug in a second and show you a couple of our ant boats we've got lined up here. I thought this would be quite a good video just to show you the comparison of like a standard hull and then what you can sort of upgrade to by just adding, you know, a few bits and pieces to the boat and getting it a bit more customized for the fishing you're sort of wanting to do. So have a look at these wee beauties here. Here is the all-new 4.5 HD. So this is just a slightly smaller model we've done for the 40 to 50 horsepower range. It'll come in a SC and an FR as well. Basically open to customise any way you want. This one's fairly standard, or what we call standard. The customer has gone with the upgraded storage there in the rear corner. And then we've also got a couple of extra B-rocket rod holders going up the front, and then the 4 standard ones here on the back. We've also updated the U-deck on this one to custom cut with the measuring mats and whatnot. Standard, they come with just a standard Ultraline product. This will be just an option. You can get it in any colour you want to sort of suit what you're after. Big platforms on the back each side. 20-inch pod with the extended hull at the bottom. Big wide floor. Makes this, you know, somewhat of a small boat in that sort of, you know, 4.5 metre market. But with a wide floor like this, it feels, you know, like a much bigger boat. Nice high size, nice vertical sides there to lean up against as well and sit on. We've got the large bow rails on the front, which is standard, and then the large grab rails here on the back for diving. You can sort of customise that how you want as well. As you can see, the one next door, we've done the smaller rails just for a bit more fishing space along there, and also on the back, just less gear in the way. But anyway, you sort of want to set up the boat, it's easy enough to swap out those things for other bits or upgrade. Just a nice standard hull, just to give you the idea of a standard sort of setup and where you sort of start at, and then how you can customise it from there. The one next door is a 5.0 HD that's been fully customised. It's a customer in Auckland that's owned a few boats in his time, and he knew what he wanted. Just wanted a big fishing platform. It is also the tiller steer with being the high-sided dinghy, but it comes in an SC and FR as well. We've got transom set up here at the back for a 64-stroke Suzuki. Bilge sump at the back, all sort of in this setup, with the release tube there as well for any sort of major water over the front. You can sort of get rid of that on the plane. Extra alloy rod holders on this one with cup holders, just sort of customised to how he wanted to do it for his sort of use of fishing, with the rod rack up the front there for 4 rods, vertical rods, just getting up out of the way. Now this seat here is the actual driver's seat. So what we've done there was sort of the customer's idea of what he had an idea of what he wanted, and we've just sort of developed that to sort of suit our sort of system. Upgraded the cargo rack there, and basically that seat locks into position here in the back corner. So just get rid of that wiring in there. You can see with the holes, it locks into here, and then you steer from the back, and then when he gets to fishing, he wants to be able to put the seat up the front, have a locking swivel on it so he can spin it back around. We've also got upholstery kits for these. I've just whipped off with the rain. But yeah, it's just basically a fully custom boat for, you know, him and a couple mates that want to go out. Nice big fishing platform. Kept the back very open, so we've actually got a 60 litre tank in the bow. So the 60 litre tank's up under here, follow, everything's at the front, and then we've also got a fuel gauge and sender on that so he can tell the levels. Anchor bin in the front, all that sort of standard sort of setup there. High sides all the way around. And then yeah, so basically in here we've got the U-decking floor. Just want comfort, you know. Nice clean sort of all the way to the back, no grooves and that for stuff to get stuck in. Sump in the middle there for everything to get to, you know, if you've got a bit of water washing around, you don't want to turn the bilge on straight away, at least it's somewhere that's slopping around, not slopping over your feet. We've got big platforms on the back. We've U-deck them as well, just to keep that whole sort of look of this boat. U-deck up the side with the measuring mats. And then also another wee thing we did for the customer here was a wee alloy console, just so he can get it out of the way. When he's driving, he can have that set up. Everything's at his fingertips, and then also when he's in his front fishing position, you basically spin that around and he can see his fish finder, see all the bits he needs to, and when he's fishing and he doesn't want to have that in the way, he can still have everything running and have it tucked up up under the gunnel there. So it just keeps it nice and safe. Just a practical wee way just to sort of upscale a boat from a standard package. You also see we have an underfloor storage in this one that's got a guttering on it, so all the water goes to the back of the bilge well, and then it also has a drain tube with a release valve in the bottom, so you can basically flood that with salt water if you needed to as a kill tank, and that goes out the transom so you can control it from all up here. So just a really cool way of showing what you can do with a boat. Even though it's a dinghy, it's very easy to sort of upgrade, you know, little things like the lighting. We've got the Hella strip light in each gunnel. These are only small lights, there's one in each pocket. During the daytime it doesn't really show you the full colour, we'll do some nighttime shots of that, but basically these lights are pretty cool for the setup. You can individually turn them all off, so if you only want the front two going or whatever, and then you've also got a white light, which is a nice bright light if you're needing that. The blue light and the red light, it's just nice on the eyes that it's not too bright. Lights up the deck area too, and that's all got a master switch here at the console, so you can just switch all that off, turn them all off. So we'll just try to keep that as simple as possible for the customer. The whole setup's just a practical, simple boat. You know, it's a lot of wee extras. They don't cost a lot to sort of add on these extras to go from a standard hull to something like this. But yeah, it depends on what you want. So I've got the Mazda on the front there just to give you an idea for size comparison. There's the 4.5, so you can just tell just that little bit smaller, a little bit lighter with 2.5mm tubes. The 5.0 is 3mm tubes with 4mm hull. Both got 4mm hulls, both got keel strips. So have a wee look at that setup. So we're running with the Mudway trailers here. So we've got the keel strip, nice setup, nice basic hull, double chine just to keep that spray away. We've got a nice wide high sides here at the bottom edge, so we don't have big high sides at the top to break your rods on. Just trying to create that sort of practical, rounded top. So when fishing off the side, you're not catching yourself on a big sharp edge. Same with the 4.5 here, just a slightly lower side, same 45-degree angles, nice and comfortable to sit on. Same as that sliding bench seat, just little things like that just to make it nice and comfortable. But yeah, let us know what you're after. We can sort of work through that with you. Any little extras you want, we are working on sort of a custom list that you can sort of work through and build the boat yourself, basically by adding on the extras, just to make it a bit easier to work through what you can and can't, you know, sort of can and can't do on different models. And yeah, but if there's anything in particular you want or need or have thought about, just give us a yodel, and as you can tell, we can go from something fairly standard like this, you know, still got all the practical things, still got the big high sides, still got the wide floor, etc. And then we can just upscale it, add a bit of graphic to it, do the old U deck, electronics, anything, you name it, we can do it. So yeah, I hope that's informative to what we can sort of do here and give you an idea of the level of spec that you can sort of get the boat up to on this beautiful Southland rainy day. Righto, catch you later, cheers.